So next, we're going to have a Falls Count Anywhere match. This is for King of the Ring. It's going to be set up just like the last match. The last two competitors standing will advance on in the King of the Ring tournament. The other two will be done. They will be out of the tournament. King of the Ring pay-per-view will be this Sunday. Yeah, I really like your guy. I really like your guy. 7 wrestlers debuted last episode. One wrestler is going to debut this episode. Not in the ring, though. But they will be escorting some folks down to the ring. So it'll be interesting to see that and see how that goes. You should immediately recognize by his face versus his picture on YouTube and in the Discord. You should immediately recognize who it is without the name. It will blow your mind. So no title on the line in this match. And this is the brand new Monday night venue. This is why we missed Wednesday Night Wrestling, because we recreated 7 arenas. And this is Monday night.
Making his way to the ring from Birmingham, England, weighing in at 310 pounds, one half of the Extreme Tag Team GC Rock.
GC Rock. Him and Night Violator, if you remember, are the 8-man tag team champions. He makes his way down to the ring, and this match will be a little bit of a rubber match, kind of. You have Dave in this match. You have Totes McGoats in this match. GC Rock in this match. So, who will get the better of who? We're about to find out. This is a huge match. Winner will advance in the King of the Ring competition. Again, no titles are on the line. Although you have I think at least 3 champions in this match. You have GC Rock, who's the 8-man tag team champion. You have, of course, Dave, who is the light heavyweight champion. And you have Totes McGoats, who is the world champion. And we get to see Robbo wrestle again. Robbo will also be in this match, so this should be interesting. I'll tell you, Robbo's entrance attire, I love it.
And his opponents, first, from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, weighing in at 220 pounds, the light heavyweight champion, Dangerous Dave Champion.
Herbie, welcome in. Welcome to the stream. Herbie also debuted in that 7-man match the last time. But yeah, we are trying to get back on track. That way we can have the King of the Ring pay-per-view this Sunday. Which means we have to get through this. We have to get through Wednesday Night Wrestling. And then we'll have the King of the Ring. That'll be all set up. Because of these matches going forward and using the last 2 to advance,
England,
that's how we're getting it done.
weighing in at 235 pounds,
Robbo. Making his way down to the ring as well. And guys, I'm going to tell you, there are now 59, soon to be 60. I'm creating the 60th one right now. But 59 wrestlers, we can't all be on the same one. If you've noticed, Totes hasn't exactly wrestled the last couple, and he's our world champion, right? So it is tough getting everybody some ring time. We are also going to create, I know I've said this, but we are going to create a new segment once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, but once every week or two. And I might just have to do it live because I'm having a hard time trying to get on there and do it the other way. That kind of lets you know what's going on in the world of wrestling if you miss something.
And from Huntsville, Alabama, weighing in at 262 pounds, the world champion, the Reaper.
Totes McGoats, the world champion. That could change, though. That could change at the pay-per-view because no matter what happens at the pay-per-view, one way or the other, that world title will be on the line. Whether it's in the King of the Ring, if Totes makes it that far, or in a separate match, but that world title is going to be on the line, and it will be on the line at least for every pay-per-view. And this is Totes McGoats' new tattoo setup and his new TSW outfit. I know you got to. You can't be the world champion and not be blinging. So here we go. King of the Ring on the line. The last two guys standing will advance in the King of the Ring tournament. GC Rock right away getting Robbo and putting him in the Rockopotamus. Dave going for the pin on Totes, gets a 2 count. And look, Dave's like, yeah, I know I should be fighting Totes right now, right? But he wants to go after GC Rock. Totes could not take advantage of it, though. Robbo going for the pin. 1, 2, and GC out in 2. GC getting back up, but so far, Totes McGoats has done nothing against Dave. I don't know. You keep kicking Totes in the head. He's probably going to get pissed off, though. Yeah, it only takes a good shot to the head. Totes McGoats setting up for what he calls the extraction. Bam! Right out of the DZ goes Dave. Rolls him up for a 1, 2, and Dave kicks out in 2. Too early for the extraction. But that's all right. That's all right. So now everybody's got their finishing move. They've hit it at least one time. Oh, and Dave right on the head, but Totes gets up. Did not like that at all. Delivers a big right hand. Wrenching on the neck. GC Rock working on the leg of Robbo. And really, they're in the most dangerous part right now. What is Totes setting up for? Right in the old stomach. Right in what we like to call the Guttavius. Dave turns it back around, and a big elbow on Totes. GC letting it fly on the outside. Dave with some kind of DDT on the inside. Look at that. Look at that weird maneuver. I don't know how that's not pulling Dave's arm out of it, out of his own socket. But Totes gathering himself, and Dave right back on him. Robbo, big DDT to GC Rock. And look at the underhanded tactics Dave is using on the outside. That is nuts. Well, we appreciate you stopping by, Herbie. Maybe you catch the show a little bit later. Catch the ending. It's going to be good. Dave sets up for what he calls, I don't know what he calls that. That was not the Twisted Tango. Rolls Totes McGoats up. 1, 2, and almost gets the pin on Totes. GC Rock now on the outside. Rolls up Robbo. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Robbo is now eliminated from the King of the Ring match, and the next one to get pinned will be eliminated as well. And it's kind of funny because it looked like for a little bit Totes and GC Rock were going to team up. Little double team, and Totes has G up in the tombstone pile driver. But Dave sees his spot, takes advantage of it, thought he might have stayed after GC Rock, but goes after Totes on the outside. Totes blocks that, tries to let it fly, but they're just going back and forth. GC Rock goes to grab Dave, but grabs Totes instead. Dave smashes Totes right into the side of the ring. And now, for the first time, Dave and G lock it up again, in this match anyway. And I don't know, G's like, I can't decide who to whip. He's like, I got to whip them both. But Totes just wants some of Dave. Scorpion death drop on the outside. Referee there to count this one. 1, 2. And Dave kicks out. I'm shocked. G throws Totes back up in the ring. And Totes tries to get up. G misses with the kick, but hits with the right. And a little neck breaker. G getting the crowd into it. Now, even though Dave kicked out in 2, he's still a little slow to get up. Dave kicks Totes one time just for good measure while he sets up to hit GC Rock with some stuff and has him with the crossbar. Totes just watching the madness. Starting to stretch out his arm a little bit. Got to get it ready. Ow, that looks like an owie. Totes McGoats hits G with an elbow. And then it lets it go on Dave's head, but then Dave says, hey, what was that about? I was getting the crowd into this. G barely coming to. Swings and misses, looks around, but that time he connects with Dave. Dave gets him up, but then Totes picks him up, and oh my God, right down on his head. Somebody should be pinning Dave right now, because I don't think Dave would get up. But instead, Totes and GC Rock going at it. Totes now looks like he's setting up for the extraction. And Dave saves GC Rock, because if anybody's going to pin G, it's going to be Dave. Totes kicking out in 2. And everybody just hitting everybody. GC Rock splits Dave open. Totes now going for the Boston Crab. Can he get Dave to tap? No, Dave fights out of it and is right on to GC Rock. It's almost like Dave took away Totes' birthday, because every time Totes gets up, he's going right after Dave. Now they're both going after Totes. They don't even turn on each other at this point. They're like, hey, let me get up and do whatever. GC Rock throwing that anybody punch. He just threw the punch and it hit anybody, because it hit both of them. It hit everybody. Everybody. G goes for the pin. 1, 2. We know it's going to be 2, but I mean, he actually kicked out with a lot left to go. That wasn't even 2.5. And now Totes takes him down. Totes trying to get to Dave, but can't get because GC Rock's in the way. And he gets to him this time. Big right hand. And Dave kicks Totes off. G trying to get up and just letting it fly. Letting it fly. Now Totes throwing that anybody right hand. Oh my gosh, what is that? What is that? That's a submission hold. Why would Totes try to break it up? I mean, G had already started to get out of it, but why would Totes try to break that up? That does not behoove you to help out the other wrestler get out of a submission hold. Oh, now Dave splits Totes Magotes wide open, the world champ, now bleeding. And there are technically 3 champions left in this. The next one who gets pinned or taps out is out of the King of the Ring competition, will not advance to the second round. Can Dave get a pin on GC Rock? We don't know. He doesn't, though. And now G and Totes just both swinging for the fences on Dave. Whoa! Totes threw everything he had behind that. And I don't know what he's doing. He smashes G into it. Smashes him into the announce table again. And now G getting things turned back around. And somehow he ends up on the short end of that stick. Dave on the right side of history right now. And Dave just letting Totes Magotes have it. G trying to get back to his feet. And here comes that weird stretching move. I don't know if Dave just is like, hey, I don't know if you stretched out before the match and he's trying to be helpful. If Totes was turned around on his back right now, that could technically be a pin. G has him in kind of a Steiner recliner-esque type move. Dave fights out of it. I'm going to tell you, Dave did not show the same resiliency in their first match, but since then, when he's won the light heavyweight title, Dave has been on another level. Totes Magotes up, powerbomb, rolls him up for a pin. 1, 2. Dave goes to kick out. Totes holds on, puts him in. This like inverted Boston Crab type maneuver, but from the thigh. And Dave fights out of that as well. G not messing around, rolls him up immediately. 1, 2, 3, and G beats GC Rock. GC Rock beats Dave again. Huge DDT into the side of the mat. Really thought if G would have went for the pin, that would have been it. Totes Magotes bleeding even worse than he was bleeding before. And G just throwing the rights. And there it is. The Rockopotamus. Can G kick out of this? Or can Totes kick out of it? 1, 2. And Totes somehow kicks out of the Rockopotamus after getting pummeled by right hand after right hand and then getting the Rockopotamus dropped on him. But maybe that's why he's the world champ. Who knows? He won't be for much longer if he can't get off the mat. G going to work on them legs. He's like, if you're going to use some legs to kick out, I'm going to get them legs. Now, puts Totes Magotes in that Steiner-type recliner. And Totes fights his way out. And finally, Totes back to his feet. Blood just dripping down his face. Oh, no, sir. GC Rock just slapped the taste out of Totes' mouth. And I'm going to tell you right now, Totes ain't going to have that. He will not have that. But G's like, yeah, you are. You're going to have that. You might want to even tip. Make sure you put that 20% tip on it. Belly-to-belly suplex. GC Rock trying to climb up. Totes looking like he's getting a second win. GC Rock in the corner. Totes throwing everything he's got into this. Goes to roll up GC Rock. 1, 2. And G kicks out. Not even close to a 3 count. Dave does like submissions. Little snapmare takeover. What's Totes doing? Looked like he tried to take GC Rock's helmet off. Couldn't quite get it off. So slams him to the ground. G's like, get up, Totes. Totes like, man, I'm trying. A little tired. G's like, let me help you out here, buddy. And a big slam. Sit through powerbomb, it looked like. Oh, and Totes is like, my head's already bleeding. I'll just headbutt you. Dropping the elbows now. And Vulcan Death Grip. Why would we Vulcan Death Grip anybody? He's like, hey, not Star Trek's, Totes. Now, GC Rock, even though you can't see it, GC Rock is split open right now, too. Everybody's going to be bleeding by the time this match is over with. Just imagine, there's not even a title on the line right now. These two guys just don't like to lose. So they're going to keep fighting and fighting and fighting until there is a winner. But this is more for bragging rights right now. Both of these two will advance in the King of the Ring tournament. GC Rock looking around, says, take some of this. Another big DDT on the outside. That has got to be it. I cannot imagine you can kick out of that on the outside of the ring. 1, 2, and Totes McGoats just kicked out of it like at 2.5. It wasn't even. But even for the kick out, he is still getting just waylaid. And now GC Rock setting up. That is actually the extraction. He just hit Totes McGoats with the extraction, which is Totes McGoats' own move. And Totes kicks out of it. GC Rock thought he was going to get that contaminated gear out, but couldn't do it. Totes stands up. Totes can't pick him up. He's too tired, it looks like. But he can let the right hands fly. Throws GC Rock back in the ring. He's got to find a way to beat him. Gonna go for a cover. 1, 2. GC Rock kicks out, no problem. And now Totes setting up. Can he get it in on GC Rock? There it is. The extraction. Rolls up G for the 1, 2. And G kicks out. Totes is not going to get his gear out of the dark zone. Not like that, anyway. Here we go. Pump handle. Can he get this in? Gets him up. And right back down. Huge shoulder block. Rolls up the leg. 1, 2, 3. Totes McGoats wins. But both men, Totes McGoats and GC Rock, will be heading on in the King of the Ring tournament. What a crazy match. I'm going to tell you, these guys are going to go back and forth for a little bit. No doubt about that.
Here is your winner, the Reaper.
No doubt about that. Look at the blood pouring down Totes McGoats' face. I mean, it does take. You're going to win that match. It is going to take a toll. You step in the ring with GC Rock. You step in the ring with Totes McGoats. You better pack a lunch, because you might be there all day.